We're coming to an end of Italian in Connecticut week here on News 8. Our final stop, North Haven, where we are looking ahead to how younger people will carry on their family's traditions. News 8's Ken Pierce live from inside of North Haven Middle School with some young people who are very much in touch with their roots. Ken.
And Keith, you know, here in North Haven, there's not exactly a Little Italy section to go to and talk to people, but we did the next best thing. We came to Mr. De Palma's Italian class here at North Haven Middle School to learn more about how the next generation is going to be continuing the traditions and especially the language going forward from here.
Chi ascolta musica in altre lingue?
North Haven High School has an Italian class, an Italian club, all to keep the language and culture alive.
A little part of history that I think shouldn't die down yet.
Francesca Liuzzi did her part when she was in high school and still does at her family's North Haven shop, Liuzzi Cheese.
My uncle came here in from the 1950s with $5 in his pocket, that story, and from a single person coming here, he brought over, about 60 people.
Scholar and author Anthony Riccio says that's exactly how most Italians ended up in Connecticut.
Loved ones are sending letters back to the family saying, listen, I found a job here. I can get you one too. Why don't you come? Give it a chance. And they were convincing letters. And so you had chain migrations.
A lot of that migration went through New Haven Harbor and the big factories like Sargent.
My grandfather worked for American Steel and Wire, which is just over the Ferry Street Bridge. And my other grandfather came through a boat that came from Sargent's.
New immigrants stayed in enclaves like Worcester Street to be with others who spoke the language until things started changing.
In certain areas, I know, especially when you talk about the area of Worcester Street, a lot of people moved out with the building of the highway.
Italian Americans moved to suburbs like North Haven because of urban renewal and lots of other reasons. Plenty of signs around town show those Italian roots, and the sons and daughters of Italy do their best to keep traditions alive.
Oh, we have a lot of events. You must have heard of Italian Festival, ain't you?
For years, the Italian Festival brought thousands to the North Haven Green, but the festival has taken a break in recent years.
We've had up to 300 members in our group. We're down to 136 now. That's another reason it got harder and harder to do the festival. We're trying to get some younger members. We're trying to reach some younger people, think of younger ideas.
If we don't get new blood and if we don't get our stories down on paper to pass on to the next generation, they'll get lost.
New technology helps track down relatives and connect with Italy.
But I was able to trace that family tree.
However, it's up to young people like Francesca to keep in mind the roots of those family trees.
We all have kind of the same traditions, eating together on Sundays with your family and then, doing whatever afterwards. And I think it's really important to keep that tradition going because I've done it my whole life and I'll definitely carry it on to my children when I have children.
And for anybody who's worried about the next generation carrying on those traditions and language and things like that, all you got to do is talk to some kids in this class, like Tyler here. Tyler, why are you taking this class? What do you want to learn?
Well, I'm learning the language. I've learned basic things over the few years that I have been taking it. And we learn about the history, the culture, how it affects people here, Italian Americans in America. Like if we were to go to Italy, how there would be a part of us that connects to it in a different way than if people who were not Italian American were to go there.
All right, sounds like just the right answer, and that's the answer you're going to get from a lot of kids here in North Haven. We're signing off for Italian in Connecticut Week. It has been a lot of fun. I want to toss it over to Gil right now for more from the Green.